Wow. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode here on Friday. Fan Loadout. Woo! Friday Fan Loadout number 47 is here. It is. And this is the Noob Loadout. And this comes from Zinger. Not Noob, sorry. New player Loadout. And this is, alright, Sancho, I'm a total noob at this game, long time T loop player. And I have placed Uncharted 4 has been messing with me. This loadout I've been using the Aegis 9 milli, Copperhead with silencer, Savior Psyche with Ride Pack, Smoke Bomb, Mark on Damage 3, Scavenger 3, Hard to 1, Lock and Load. Alright, so this is what I'm going to do for this loadout. We're going to go ahead and break this down as best as I can. One thing I just want to stress to you is what is the strengths of your loadout, okay? Always look at that.
Take this! Oh, tough break.
First things first, the Copperhead strength is shooting from cover. I'm going to get flank here. Shooting from cover is going to be the strength of your weapon. Second thing is that the smokes, right, all about flanking. This is madness. Hold on. Okay. Mark on Damage 3 works as well for you to, you know, being able to know where the enemy is at all times.
Going down.
Alright, I'm not in cover. Remember, the strength of this gun's cover. It's shooting from cover. Alright, let's go ahead and push on this guy. Okay. Woo! What a great, crazy way to start. Swinging back in. There's a lot of people at this house here. Use the smoke bombs to create cover. One of the greatest strengths of the Aegis is that it's a really great blind fire weapon. Alright. A lot of people from The Last of Us, when they come over to this game, they say the pace really throws them off, right? Blind fire, things like that. So you want to put yourself in favorable situations. And the way to do that is understanding the strengths and the weaknesses of your loadout. The strengths of the Copperhead is distance, and the way you have the silencer as well is that you can flank a little bit. The only thing is you don't have stealth, right? So you're going to have to use your peripheral vision and the third-person camera as much as possible. One thing that The Last of Us players don't get used to is the circle button, this cover, right? Right? It's too sticky for them. They accidentally get in cover and out of cover. So I always spam circle as much as possible to avoid all that. That's the huge thing. Alright, up we go.
Gotcha.
Cover again.
You're down. Coming at you.
Cut them off from any way from reviving. Oh wow, what a shot. What a shot. Alright. What a great way to start this round. Great stuff here. What else do you have? Okay, you have the sidekick. Let's go ahead and use them. Now the thing about the sidekick is that he's going to give away any kind of flank that you have. So you got to be wary about using him. There's a guy in the water. Can I climb back up? Don't do that to me. You're dead. But in this game, whereas The Last of Us, you only have to think about 2 steps forward. This game, you have to think maybe 3 to 4. But once you get familiar with just moving around, understanding where to go, how to flank, what I like to call crash bandicooting, running away from the camera like this sometimes, it'll start to open things up for you. Come back here, Jimmy. Especially the rope mechanic. You've got to get used to this rope mechanic. That guy's going to be roping around.
Not enough of you. No worries.
I took that trade because I know my sidekick was here to help me. Sidekicks allow you to trade as well.
How's it feel to lose? I wouldn't know.
Mark on damage is great as well as when you're not playing on mic. Always remember that. What else do you have? Harden and lock on 3. So that stuff you're not going to be worrying about ammo so much, right? So you don't have to really hit up the diamonds as much as possible. Because if you're getting downs and kills and all those kinds of things, you're going to be able to move. But that's what I have to say about that, Z. We'll look at the cover system. Take advantage of that as much as possible. This guy's on the right. And of course, it's the same thing as Last of Us, you know. Worry about the spawns, where people spawn. All those kinds of things. All that will kind of come to nature, man. Don't do that because I just killed my other sidekick. So don't do that. I got enough sidekick money. Don't worry about it.
Bring it on the hard brake here, kids.
The great thing about this gun as well is that its recoil is minimal. But as you can see, you're taking advantage of your silencer right here, right? Nice little baby flank. They don't know where you are.
Got some ammo for you.
Your sidekick constantly gives you ammo. I'm not in cover. Throw these out. Confuse everybody. This is where mark on damage comes into play.
Some more gear for you.
I'm gonna get flanked with the rope. Wow, that brute got destroyed.
You deserved it.
Wow. I'm in a good flow right now. That's what I like about it versus Last of Us. You could get yourself in a good flow.
Hey, can you assist?
An amazing flow. And most importantly is, you know, don't worry about the blind fire. About people blind firing you. Understand that people will do that. Back up. There are situations where you just need to back up away from somebody.
Feel all glowy.
I like this loadout though in general. I don't know why. This loadout is really gelling with me. In a very, 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 really good way. Is this because I'm not playing with glasses and I can see clearly? Perhaps. Who knows? He should be dead anyway. He went right into the hornet's nest. But you should have no shortage of problems because the mark on damage. I don't have a res pack here.
Catch this.
I would of course try to get a shot first on your target before you throw out your smoke.
Not trying to rub your face in it. Much. Help, I'm taking heat.
Rip sidekick. Someone's here. He almost, if you would have roped me, I'll take that. That would have been big trouble.
That went up nicely. Good work.
What a great flowing match. Thank you so much to ZZ Grum for this loadout. I was in the groove, baby. Just moving, doing my thing. Awesome, man. Awesome. But yeah, those are the tips that I could throw at with you in a quick second, in a hot minute. What a great match. Thank you guys so much for that loadout. Again, for those of you that say like my loadout got voted 11 times, I was asking for a loadout for a new player. You guys just gave me like just a loadout, random loadout with a crazy challenge. Always try to pay attention to what I'm going to give. Nice. Thank you for the loadout. Great, 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 great. All right, welcome to the halftime show of Friday Fan Loadout. Again, Friday Fan Loadout is your loadouts, my skill. This part, we go ahead and talk about the comments that you leave down below. I'll highlight some, and then sometimes we'll highlight someone in the community that is making Uncharted content here on YouTube or on Twitch. Let's go ahead and talk about... Here's the person that went first. It is Mustafa Mufi. He says, first, thank you guys so much for being there. Again, Friday Fan Loadout will come out every Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific time, unless you go on my Twitter and there's some reason that I couldn't do it. You'll see there. This is, the next comment comes from Nick 830. He says, at 1356, you bring up a good point about, and you kill my hopes and dreams. This was talking about The Last of Us 2 at the PlayStation, at the E3 PlayStation conference. Again, I did a whole video. Man, I've uploaded about 12 videos about E3. I hope you guys take a look at it. I'm going to release my top 10 videos or video games from E3 2017, what I feel like that I'm looking forward to the future and the announcements and things like that. But I tried to explain to you as best as possible that The Last of Us 2 will not be there, and you guys just kind of went crazy about that. And simply because it just does not make a business sense. Remember, this is a business as well, and you cannot keep releasing things Last of Us 2 content. Chill on the hype, let that bad boy simmer, let it marinate, and then when they hit you with something special, you're going to be very hyped. Again, you don't want to spoil something that's awesome. It's like a souffle. This comes from Kyle Hill. Will there be an Uncharted 5 beta like Uncharted 4? Love the vids, keeping it up, GG. Again, I just want to stress, Uncharted Lost Legacy is not Uncharted 5. It is an expansion standalone game featuring Chloe and Nadine. Will there be a beta? Most likely not, because the Uncharted 4 multiplayer and the Lost Legacy multiplayer are the same portal. It's the same. Just imagine you're in a house, right? One room is Uncharted. The other room is Last of Us. The other room is Lost Legacy. The Last of Us is somewhere there. Anyway, you're in this house. There is the Uncharted multiplayer is the living room. You know what I'm saying? They got the Lost Legacy, Uncharted 4, living rooms multiplayer. They both have access to the same living room. I don't know how many times I got to say that, but that's the best metaphor I could give. This comes from Adrian. Sancho, did you watch the Wonder Woman? If you did, what do you think of the movie? Great movie. I liked it. I want to do a video review of it. I love movies in general. For those of you who don't know, main thing about it is that the great parts about it, it got the third act slowed down. The superhero fight got kind of boring and stale because it got too Zack Snyder-y. I don't mind the slowdown action that happened in between, but that third act, boy, that last fight was a snoozer in comparison to the fight before. Now, this is another. There's two coming comments. Again, I'm not afraid to take on the negative comments or anything like that. You can't be in these games these days. You got to have a tough skin. But this one comes from a person who left a loadout. He says a comment here. Uncharted 4 is broken. It doesn't feel like Uncharted 3 or 2, and it's most definitely dead. But hey, here's what we're always going to be: a handful of fanboys who can't come to terms with it. Not a hater of Uncharted at all. Just Uncharted 4 multiplayer in general. Now, Uncharted multiplayer 4 has been consistently, it is probably one of the most controversial, and that's a very strong word to use, multiplayer for the Naughty Dog series. A lot of people did not like the direction it went to. I feel like Naughty Dog tried to do something different, and simply because to capture more fans when it could have leaned into taking care of the Uncharted community or appeasing what they wanted, the hardcore people. But on the flip side, you got to look at it. Destiny 2 is sticking to Destiny roots, and a lot of people are criticizing them for being too close to Destiny 1. The thing is that Uncharted, the Naughty Dog developer, said that this was a way to, like, a nice send-off for the multiplayer series. So it would have been, definitely would have been nice to have some sort of a portal, or would it be cool to have a suite to be able to access the other Uncharted 2, Uncharted 3. But the thing is, the player pool does not support something crazy like that. If we had like huge Call of Duty numbers, I'm sure that's something that would have been. Again, I cannot speak for the developers, and I'll mention this in the next comment. But one thing I wanted to mention about this whole thing about fanboys, about people coming in criticizing people for playing what they like and what they're having fun with. A lot of people feel like there's no other multiplayer out there that captures this fun that they have. And so I think it's a wasted energy. It's a wasted way to go into someone's community and say negative things about it. Now, this person's not really truly being negative in the sense there's a lot far worse things he could say. But he's obviously, or she, is saying this to entice us to get a reaction, or just honestly just curious. But calling video games dead or calling communities dead is kind of a mean, not a mean thing, but a negative thing to say in a sense, because these people are impassioned. They're you're not going to get a biased answer, honestly. And calling someone a fanboy for loving something is strange, because we all love something, and it's not a bad thing to be a fanboy. I'm critical about this game. I'm critical to the devs. I just don't need to make YouTube videos about it, because I could go to the person directly. And that is my position about that. And I feel like my community surrounding the Uncharted 4 is alive and well. I could get games. I get private games and things like that. I could hang out with the people that we built together, all these the people that you guys are here. So it's maybe in the mainstay people think it's dead, but I think this community is strong and well. Hey, man, thank you for the comment, and I'm not sure if you're ever going to come back or see this, but thank you for the comment, man. And I understand. Trust me, I understand your point of view about people wanting to be more like a traditional Uncharted. And I often think to myself, what would happen if they actually did that? It's going to be the classic what ifs for the Naughty Dog people. This comes from DanFurl98. I played this game for 30 hours. I just found out that you could stand on that blue roof. Yes, the blue roof at 29 to 22. You could stand on it. You discover things in this game all the time. Now, this is the comment that I was talking about. Dan Maska says, the P90 is cancer and should be banned. It ruins the whole point of the game. You can basically buy Game Today, get the stock P90 loadout, check the manual, see what buttons shoot, and easily get 15 plus kills in a deathmatch and run at people around the corners. Look, that may be one thing. I'm not attacking you as a commenter. I'm not talking to you as a person. One, I don't know you, but I just want this world, this video game world, to stop using these kinds of words to describe what they feel. Using words like cancer. That's the kind of a word that you don't. It's not a word that you should not be using in this video game, because video games. Because there's people out there, man, that really suffer from cancer, and they've been affected by cancer, like myself. And there's people that recently in the chat, in the comments, had this, happen to them. It's a very serious thing, and you cannot be throwing words like that. It's just, and it's silly to say that a video game weapon brings that. I just don't understand it. There's better words out there. There are better words to describe it. You can say the P90 is frustrating. The P90. I'm not the source right now because I'm speaking off the top of my head, but try to use different words. Words are very powerful. Just believe in that. Now, the thing about your P90 is that if you see someone playing that way, you got to adjust. You cannot go into those corners blindly. You got to back up. Distance is your friend. There's ways to counter a blind fire person. It's easy to do. Throw grenades on the floor, roll around. They are giving themselves crutches. The one thing, though, I will criticize Naughty Dog for, and I mentioned this in a stream, or I mentioned this to them, is that they like to give crutches, gaming crutches, to players that are new. If they would encourage players to get better by not giving them crutches like the blind fire mechanic, again, I really believe they should nerf it by having the gun jam if you do it too much, and that way you'll learn, okay, maybe I should learn aim down sights to avoid it. Those are the things that Naughty Dog needs to get better about, is like allowing the players to learn and get better without giving them the easy way out. So that's the thing I have to say about that. But thank you guys for your comments and everything like that. And that is the end of the halftime show. We're going to go ahead and move on to the second half, which is Sancho's selection. I'm going to go ahead and pick something from down below and see what we go with. And again, check out all that E3 coverage. Let's go ahead and go play the commercial. Let's play the commercial right now. And we are back. This is Sancho's selection, the second half of Friday Fan Loadout 47, where I pick a loadout. And this comes from Dan Farrell, the good role model loadout. Has the MP34A, Aegis 9 milli, Revive Pack, Survivor Sidekick, Savior Sidekick, the Sapphire Manko mod, Helping Hand 1, Mark on Damage 1, and Gifting 1. He says, feel free to use the Raise the Booster 3. I actually didn't do all that. Get to the game to be a useful teammate. He wants the beginners to be a useful teammate, and they can learn in a friendly way. He says, by the way, great content as always. Thank you so much. All right, let's see what we can do. The MP34A is a great gun for new beginners. It's great from close to medium, and it could do some damage afar as well. Everybody's dead. I showed up to the party, and everybody's dead. The thing about the MP4A that you could definitely strive to use is the accuracy mod. I like that as well. It's a very, very great weapon with the accuracy mod, or you could extend the clip. There's a lot of hero weapons that may have that. I don't know them off the top of my head, but those are the things that come in mind when it comes to this weapon. The thing is, though, you have to understand as a new player, is that Scotland is more of a long-range map, but you just have to get just a little bit closer, and this team is ransacking over this team right now. I got some people. Oh, could that out a lot sooner.
How'd that taste?
The thing is, I want to stress to the thing about that blind firing comment from the P90 is nothing is going to be as strong as you aiming down sights. All right, this match it kind of feels very lopsided right now for me. I'm not really finding a groove. Hold on, he's going up. I'm gonna go back down. Most likely people are spawning. Got gifting. I don't know where everybody is. I'm behind everybody because I'm. All right, here we go. If you see your teammates form a line, that means the enemy team's here.
Okay, so we split that.
So pay attention to that. This might be a fast match. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and go for the flank. Now the game is what they're gonna do now is they're gonna try to help the other team as much as possible by giving them a lot of goodies. So you got to prepare for those goodies. Let's go ahead and pop a staff in a second. All right, they go ahead and spawn in the church. I might be dead here, but if someone comes around this way, I'm dead. I'm gonna keep pushing up this way. Okay, there's a staff from them. I don't have stealth 3, so I'm seeing right now. So I'll let that staff go.
Little help here, people.
Oh, I have it.
Have some of this.
Forgot I had that. Feels like that guy was by himself. I had to check, like,
Don't worry, I got you.
helping hand one. I had to check, like, where's this guy's teammates? Because that's the only guy I've seen. Let's pop a staff. Wow, this is like a blowout.
No, don't bother getting up.
All right, let's go ahead and use the Savior. Again, the Savior, this one does not have the throwing pack. This guy's really weak. Whoops. Come on, get up. Up, 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 up. One thing I want to point out as well, a technique, it's called reset your aim. It's really used well for chasing targets. So if you see someone, right, and you notice it's like, ba 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 ba. Hold on. I'll show you what I'm talking about in a second.
Coming through,
One thing you want to, in terms of chasing your target, right? So say you're seeing someone like run across the thing, like that. Sometimes you cannot chase them because they're moving so fast. So what you do is go, let it go, reset. So your turn speed with your camera is going to be a lot faster. So it's like bam, 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 and then you see how you're saying how much room I could cut across. So boom, 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 and see how far I could go. The same thing here.
That one's mine.
That's what I wanted to stress to you. So versus than going like that, because sometimes some people's aims, the way the aim assist as well slows you down. You could definitely reset a little bit, skip ahead, and shoot them because they're gonna run in one direction. So I would love to record at this point. Sometimes in Friday Fan Loadout, I would record another map. I just run it in right now in time constraints. All right, upgrade thing as well as a new player. You want to upgrade your throwable as fast as possible. That way you could always have it because no matter how many times you die, it will still be with you. The upgrade. Let's see if I can get this.
Coming at you.
Nope. I thought I could. I should have saved it because I could have thrown it right here. Don't go for the sexy plays sometimes. All right. I think one person left. One person was like, I had enough. Never rage quit. You want to keep at. You want to learn from your mistakes.
Drops you like a bad habit.
All right. Whoa. My Savior should help me here.
We need you fighting.
So what's the great thing about the Savior is like it allows you to be aggressive and forgive yourself for making bad plays. That's why you gotta do your best to just understand. Oh, some guys over here. I'm just running over with these guys right now.
Need some more beer?
Good aggressive play right there though. Gifting. So what he was saying in this loadout, what Dan was saying is, oh no, that's a bad play. What he's saying was that a helpful player, beginner player, will be favored. See there what I'm saying? It's a little bit forgivable with Savior. So if you see a teammate or a Jimmy out there, you gotta take him out. Hello,
Bet that'll leave a mark. Another day at the office.
Teamwork.
Again, you could taunt all you want, but it would be silly too, right? It's like, why? Why taunt? You're up by like a lot. It's obviously that this team that I have is very strong. I'm just going along for the ride, honestly. Getting carried. I'm gonna put a nice little baby Bjorn. Hanging out. No big deal. It's a good way to calm down after that crazy inciting first one. Now things are they have a lot of throwables because this is where I like to call the money part, where the money comes into play, right? I don't think this guy saw me. I did not give myself the proper time to down him. I'm in a very bad spot here.
Ooh, gotcha, didn't I?
Alright. That's the thing, time to down. I will make a video about that. I think that's very important. Trying to learn the time to down.
Have some of this. How about you take a
Alright,
nap?
2 more left. This guy's in a bad spot. Swinging around. See, right there, he has a Metler, right? And Metler that's not a great. I have my gun. Oh, Jimmy, my gun has the advantage in that fight because I'm close. So, like I said in the earlier Copperhead, right? Better in cover. So understand that your Metler is not a great distance. Now I pushed him though because I wanted to get close to him with that gun. Oh, game time. So understand your strength of your gun, the weakness of their gun. So I didn't know he had a Metler though, but that came in my favor. Understanding that I could just push him, right? And boom, he would have not done anything. Only 1 death in this Friday Fan Loadout. I understand that the player pool is a lot of new folks out there. You see they're wearing the default skins. But yeah, and GG's to everybody that I played with. All right. Just again, I'm unlocking things because I had that reset button. Okay, let me just do that. Let's go to the outro, right? Thank you guys for watching this episode of Friday Fan Loadout 47. I hope some of the new players out there learn something. Again, if you're new watching this Friday Fan Loadout, it is your loadout's my skill. I'll give you guys a theme loadout. You leave a loadout down below. People vote for it, and you just still lead a loadout. Even though you may not get any votes, I may pick it. And also comment down below so you can get featured in the halftime community part. Someone said I should definitely slow down. Honestly, I'm making these episodes and I'm like, oh man, I gotta go to work, you know. So most of these times I'm running out the door. So I do apologize if I'm speaking quickly. More of that, it's making me nervous about that part. So sorry about that. Thank you again, and let's talk about the Patreon people that support this channel. Give a little extra. Patreon.com/Sancho West if you want to do. I'm telling you guys, $1, $5, all of those things go to better content and better, and it helps support me so I could spend more time working on the channel. There's lots of things I you know, especially during E3, I really am thankful about that you guys are supporting me. And if you haven't watched all that stuff, then be on the lookout for the top 10 E3 games, about the top 10 Uncharted 4 game things. Is honestly, it's a mental block in my head. I'm one of those persons that if I get told a lot to do something, I don't know why, I stubbornly don't want to do it. And making those Uncharted top 10 is not fun for me until I get like in 3 hours into it. It takes about 10 to 15 hours to do it. I know I have an obligation to you guys because a lot of you guys sub for me for that. So I will try to kick myself into gear and get that done. So please be patient with me. And the thing is, like, I wanted to sit down and do it, and then E3 came out of nowhere, and I was like, oh, I cannot miss up this opportunity to grow and introduce myself to new people out there on YouTube. So that's why I covered a lot of E3, and I like talking about new games too. But thank you guys so much for all the support. If you have any comments, just comment down below, leave a like, and subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you guys next time, and as always, oh yeah, peace, adios guys, bye, take it easy.